Hello, and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 tips to help you get back on track with your fasting if maybe life has thrown you a curveball. And in today's conversation, whether you're joining us live or on the rebroadcast, I'm going to give you 2 options. I'm going to give you the option for the foo-foo la nutritional things, tips that you can use to get back on track. Or you can get the 3 mindset shift approaches that will help you stay on track with fasting if life throws you a curveball. So in the comment section, if you're either joining us live or you're going to catch us on the rebroadcast, I want you to do me a favor in the comment section, write nutrition or mindset. Do you want the nutrition approach or the mindset approach? And then after I'm done with my little administrative announcements, I'm going to decide which approach we're going to handle for today. So welcome if you're new. My name is Diane Parham. I'm the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, as well as the online course and community, the Midlife Mindset Shift. And here we talk about all things for us as women who are aging, and how we can use a very, very simple yet powerful tool like intermittent fasting to really create a life so that we can wake up every single day looking and feeling our best and living our life in our most authentic way. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. For those of you who are interested in joining the next Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, which starts on August the 6th, I just posted a link on both YouTube and Facebook. So just click that. All the information that you need is there. We do close registration on the 5th. And then as always, if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I have a goal of getting to 100,000 YouTube subscribers probably within the next 30 to 45 days. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, you can help me reach that goal that much quicker by just clicking that button. And then if you're joining us on Facebook, always make sure that you're following the page. That way you will get notified and it will show up in your feed when we post new content or we go live like this for some coaching calls. So, okay, so let me see. Mindset, nutrition, mindset. Interesting. Mindset, please. Okay, so keep putting that in the comment section. Mindset for the mindset approach to the tips, or do you want the quick fix nutrition approach to the fix? I'll probably end up giving you both, but I just kind of want to see what we have here in our audience and how you guys want to approach this intermittent fasting lifestyle. So you guys know that I am a huge proponent of really working on how we think about decisions we make in our life, and are those really getting us to what it is we say that we want. And a lot of times with us women, especially us women who have lived through this diet mindset mentality, right? A lot of times we use food in all of the wrong ways, and that really has landed us in this season where we really feel like we don't know how to take care of ourselves, or we're sick and we don't know how to fix ourselves, and we are really just kind of throwing our hands up in the air, feeling really helpless about where we're going to make our next move, right? But we also have a lot of dreams and aspirations for the next, several decades of our life, and we want to show up in a specific way. And oftentimes the conflict that we have created in our mind is really where we get ourselves stuck, especially when life happens, because our brain will always detour, right? Or send us back to what it's comfortable with and what it's used to. But that doesn't necessarily mean that has to be a bad default, right? We can train our brain to default to all the places that we say that we really want to go. It just takes a little bit of discipline. It takes practice, and we have to create that environment with our brain and our decision-making process that no matter what happens in life, we are going to really be aware of when that conflict arises, and we're going to have tools to be able to manage that. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to go with the nutrition part first, because that's going to be really easy. And then we're going to dig into the mindset part. So if you're here for just some quick fix nutrition tips, you're going to get those really quick. And then if you want to stay for something that is going to stand the test of time and really help you change all aspects of your life, not just the nutritional aspects of your life, hang out and I'll share the mindset parts as well. So the first tip nutritionally, right? When life throws you a curveball, you're feeling stressed out and you're falling away from your fasting lifestyle, that you can do is just schedule a squeaky clean 20-hour fast, right? So if you're feeling like you've fallen off the 20-hour fasting bandwagon, which is what we preach and live by here, just simply schedule a 20-hour fast. Easy peasy. You do your 20-hour fast, you'll probably feel like you're getting yourself right back on track. No mind drama, just fast, get over it, and then get back on your schedule. Tip number 2, if you want the nutrition advice, is drink 100 to 150 ounces of mineral water every day. That will just help your body detox and reset itself from any damage that you might have done when you're living in, stressful situations around food. So schedule a 20-hour clean fast, track and actually consume 100 to 150 ounces of mineral water. That gives your body the opportunity to flush out stress and all the things that are going on that are making you feel bad, and will give you an opportunity to reset yourself. And then I always say feast on one ingredient foods, right? So if food has been the problem, or you're a stress eater, or you use food and, or maybe you've been in a food type of season, which is totally possible, right? We all fall in those seasons of celebratory seasons of summertime barbecues and brunches and all those kind of things. And you're like, okay, now's the time I'm going to kind of cut an end to that, or create your exit strategy. Just go to one ingredient foods for 2 or 3 days in your feasting window. And I promise you, a lot of those cravings and yearnings and habitual things that we do in an unconscious state will start to wean off, and you'll be able to just go back to a regular, healthy feasting opportunity that's going to serve you. So those are the 3 tips nutritionally, right? So let's go over them really quick. Schedule a squeaky clean 20-hour fast. Just schedule it. Don't think about it. Number 2, drink your 100 to 150 ounces of mineral water. And then number 3, feast on one ingredient foods. If you can do those 3 things, I promise you, no matter what life is throwing your way, if you can consistently go back to that, which is exactly what we teach here and preach here, you should be fine in a couple of days. Okay, well, Diane, what if it's big? What if it's something really big and I've found myself in a funk for a long time and I really can't get out of it? Or you're feeling super anxious and frantic about something that's going on in your life, and you really feel like you don't know how to manage it. And so you do what most of us have been trained to do and really do practice very beautifully. And we check out on ourselves and we check into what is considered a lot of the self-sabotaging type of behaviors. And how do we stop that when life gets in the way? And how can we really use fasting as a way to get ourselves back on track? So what I always say is you have to make sure you're identifying the fact and being very honest with the fact that when life throws you a curveball, despite how successful you've been with intermittent fasting, if you still default to food to fix problems, you're going to find yourself in very problematic waters, right? So stop using food to solve non-food problems. If you get a flat tire, if you get sick with the vid, y'all know what the vid is. I can't say the full word, but if you get thrown a curveball for that, I know a lot of people are feeling like really defeated right now because they went through a whole 2 years of, this whole pandemic situation, and now they're getting sick, right? And they're feeling like they are being just absolutely wiped off their feet. That's just life. And what you have to do is just do all the things you know how to do to take care of yourself in the best possible way and just execute those things. And oftentimes, food is not going to be the thing that's going to allow your body to heal. We talk about this a lot here. Fasting is the best opportunity to give your body the energy and resources that it needs to heal itself from the inside. So if you're using food, especially not very nutritious food, more habitual, unconscious, stuff things away kind of food, you need to just catch yourself, stop it, and then identify what those triggers are so that you can put something else in its place. So when life throws you a curveball and you're feeling like you're falling away from fasting, identify what's going on and then stop using food to solve non-food problems. The problem is going to get solved, and then you're going to be left with all the food problems that you just created on top of the other problem that had nothing to do with food. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, create a lifestyle that allows you to make the rules with no end date. Learn to ebb and flow. So I'm going to share something that has come up in our July 2022 course, where someone ended up getting like a sinus infection or something. This happens every month. Something happens where you go to the doctor and they put you on a prescription for, usually it's like an antibiotic or something. And we go into an immediate panic because the course is from this date to this date, and now the program's interrupted in your brain by this regimen or protocol of medicine that you have to take in order to get better, right? And for a lot of us who've been on diets or in diet challenges or on diet programs, there's this race to the finish line to prove something. And it's usually the success of what the program has advertised, right? I can tell you, and I will promise you this, there is never an end date to what we have going on in class. You have no before and after pictures to share. You have no weight to share. You have no weight loss story to share. You only share whatever it is that you feel was a win or a victory or whatever it is that you gained from the class. So if you find yourself in this situation, take away the anxiety and the stress of an end date and having to prove something, and just give your body the grace that it needs to heal, because we're always going to be thrown that type of curveball, right? Where we're like, oh my gosh, I have to do this in X amount of time, and now I can't do the thing. And so now I'm going to miss the whole thing, or the whole thing's going to be ruined, or what am I going to do? I have no idea what to do, right? So create the plan. Just go with the flow. Take whatever medicine that you have to be prescribed to take to get better, because we don't want the problem that has surfaced. Make sure you understand that you're creating a lifestyle that is going to be rinsing and repeating for you every single day that you decide to wake up and ask yourself the two questions that we talked about. I think it was last week. How long am I going to fast today? And how well am I going to feast today, so that I can get what it is that I say that I want out of my day? That should be the question we all ask ourselves every single day, despite what is going on around us in life, right? Because there's always going to be something going on around us in life. And if you can start every day, despite what's going on in life, with those two questions, and give yourself a really honest answer about how you're going to predict how your day goes by how long am I going to fast and how well am I going to feast, so that I can have whatever kind of day you want to have, girlfriend, you will not have any issues. Those outside problems will solve themselves, and you'll come out so far ahead, because you're not going to be putting yourself on a backwards slide physically, mentally, and emotionally. You're not going to be doing things that your body identifies as hurting yourself, right? Because when we do things that are poor judgment, as a means of checking out or soothing or those kind of things, and that's damaging our body, and our body recognizes that, right? And so we have to change that cycle. So the second tip, when you feel like life's pulling you away from the lifestyle that you've created that is working beautifully for you, is know that you get to make the rules. There is no end date to your lifestyle. You get to decide how long you want to do this by asking yourself those two questions, and then learn to ebb and flow with your life. Don't let life be the thing that's dictating how you show up for yourself. You decide how you're going to show up despite what's going on in life. And then the third tip is stay conscious, pause, breathe, and ask yourself questions, right? Stay conscious. What does that mean? That means that you're not going to check out emotionally when things don't feel good. You're going to stay in the not feel good, and you're going to learn how to manage that. 2, pause. Just take a break from doing anything and just sit in it. Take a deep breath where you inhale and then fully exhale, and then ask yourself a series of questions. What is the next move that I'm going to make? And is that next move going to serve what it is that I say that I want for myself? You can simply ask yourself, how well am I going to feast today? How long am I going to fast today? How am I going to show up and serve me first, so that I can handle the situation that's going on around me with my best toolkit, right? We get to decide what's in our toolkit. So make sure you do an inventory of it pretty regularly, so you can pull the tools out that you need when you need them the most. So 3 mindset tips to get you back on track with your fasting when life throws you a curveball. Stop using food to solve non-food problems. You have to do this work constantly, not when there's just a problem. So start doing the work now when life is good, right? When things are in your control, so that your brain has new defaults and you're not going to rely on the old ones that didn't serve you. Number 2, create a lifestyle that allows you to make the rules with no end date in sight. So you're not on a diet. If you're in a class or you're on a challenge or those kind of things, create the habits and the systems that you identify with that are working for you, and then learn how to rinse and repeat them so you can ebb and flow with life as life is happening. And then the third tip is a culmination of a couple things. Stay conscious, meaning stay connected to you. Don't let the problem that's going on around you dominate your thought process. Pause, literally do nothing. Take a deep breath where you inhale and fully exhale, and then ask yourself a series of questions about what your next moves are going to be, and then make sure that you're really good about telling yourself the truth about how you're going to answer them. So no matter what, this will be a little bit of a bonus tip here. Make a promise to yourself that no matter what, you will not hurt yourself when life is not perfect. And I want you to understand that when I say not hurt yourself, what that means is so many people are still fighting their way out of the last 2 years of what we went through as a society with COVID, right? I said the word. I hope I don't get in trouble. You're trying to lose the 30 pounds you gained. You're trying to get yourself back on a routine. You're trying to get yourself out of a funk. You're trying to get back into working out. You're trying to end all the bad habits that you picked up. You're trying to stop making sourdough bread or whatever it was you picked up, right? During that time when we felt so out of control. Now is a great time to identify and kind of journal through what the last 2 years were like, and is what you're going through today worth what you went through to get to today? And if it's not, if you're having to undo a lot of things or make up for a lot of lost time, then today you have to identify as the day that you stop that kind of behavior. And that no matter what is going on in your life, if this lifestyle that you've identified as something that really does work for you is the lifestyle that you're going to stick to, no matter what happens tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, or within the next 10 years. You've created a lifestyle that serves you, and nothing and no one should ever take that away from you, and you should never give anyone that permission. Make a promise to yourself and then get really, really good at keeping promises to yourself. And then I promise you, you won't have these battles of making up for lost time. I was fasting and I took the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course and I lost 20 pounds and then I felt great. And then something happened and I gained 40 pounds and I don't feel good anymore. And now I have to start over. Like, don't break your promise. Promise yourself that you've identified this as what is working for you. Hold on to the things that you've gained and know that you don't have to ever lose them if you make the decision to never lose them, and then make that a promise to yourself, and then get really good about not breaking that. So I hope this helps. You guys got the 3 nutritional ones: schedule a long fast, drink your water, eat 1 ingredient foods. That should be like almost a no-brainer for us, especially in this community, because this is what we preach day in and day out. It's this part right here that's not so easy, that when today is a day that's not hard for you, start working on making the mindset changes. Start working on creating the habits. Start working on making that promise to yourself. Start working on deciding how you want the next 10 years to look like for you, and then ebb and flow and rinse and repeat. And I promise you, life can come and go, and you will be on the path that you want to be on because you've made that promise that that's where you want to be. Okay, I'm going to answer some questions and comments for you guys. This is what I really, really, really want to get through to everyone here who's hanging out with us. You can get nutritional advice anywhere, anytime. It's pretty common sense. But if you're not doing the work on your head and your heart and your soul, then that nutritional advice is going to be so easy for you to just throw out the window, because when life happens, we throw common sense out the window. Don't let it just be that fluky common sense. Make it part of who you are. Make it your lifestyle. Take ownership of it, and then make sure you're doing the thought process work so that it will stick with you no matter what. Okay. I'm not going to read if you picked mindset or nutrition, so I'll skip over those, but I'll do the legit comments and stuff you guys have in the group. Susan, July class member and loving it. I watch your live videos during the last hour of my fast and use this time to also lift weights. Girlfriend, I call that the best multitasking trifecta. Listening to good advice, doing your last hour of your fast and lifting weights. Girl, you're winning for sure. And I love it when you're first in the comment section. Erica, I have so many health issues that improved on a low-fat vegan diet, but blood sugar was out of control and I had to eat all the time. I've actually been able to do 20 hours of fasting and it's working. Awesome. I love that for you. Then you continue to say you played a big part in motivating and inspiring me and it helped me shift my mindset. Thank you. Hoping to take a class to reinforce what I think I know and learned what I don't. Yeah. I think you would love it in class for sure. Cause it just kind of takes everything to the next level. So I would love to have you in class whenever you can. PMG and Co. Hi from Carrollton, Texas, July 22 class. This works. For the first time in 50 years, my thighs don't rub together when I walk. Proof that I'm losing inches. I'm T2, I think it's type 2 diabetic, and my glucose levels are great. Yeah, there you go, right there, right? And PMG and Co. Has really done the work to change her mindset, right? There's not a whole lot that you have to do nutritionally if you bring your brain with you, because we all know, especially as women, we know the difference between what makes us look and feel our best and what doesn't make us look and feel our best. But so many of us walk around not even knowing what looking and feeling our best could possibly be on its own. So what the women in class really do get the taste of is really waking up every day looking and feeling their best. And then we have this new shift in our brain where we're like, you look at food, right? Or you look at like maybe habits, or you look at things that you've done in the past and you're like, there's no way. Your brain will automatically go, no. There's no way I'm doing that because I love how I feel today. And I love what I see when I see myself today. And that thing's going to take that away from me. And you will never let that happen. So the power is with you, my friend. And I'm so happy that you are feeling it for sure. Laylee, good morning, Di and classmates. So good to see you, my friend. Lots of nutrition, lots of mindset, mindset forever. I think someone said, mindset for sure. Yeah, always. Barb, May 22 grad mindset approach. Awesome. Okay, the link is in the comment section for anyone who wants to join class. Margot, I think it is. Hello from Cape Town, South Africa. I'm in your July 22 class and loving it. And she's proof, Margot, I think it is, that we can take women from all over the world in class. I do design the class so it can facilitate our international woman community. And so all the courses are designed so you can jump in anytime you want. Each day there's a new lesson that's released, and I release it at 1 a.m. Central Standard Time so that our Texas people don't have an advantage unless you want to stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm super happy to have you, my friend from Cape Town, South Africa. That place is on my bucket list to come visit, and I'll make sure that when I do, I'll come look you up. Christina, shout out to the July 22 class peeps. Yes. You guys are seriously a week and a half away from being graduates. I'm so excited for you. Kelly, hi, Diane. I'm in your July 22 class and I'm learning so much. I finally made it on a live call. I'm working on my homework. Kelly, eating protocol. Yes, love it. Love it. Do that work. That work, is something that a lot of what seems to be kind of diet type of programs, like this is definitely not a diet type of program, but I think a lot of times we start it that way, is doing the homework and doing the thought work and really creating these new mind mapping systems that we all have the opportunity to do once we recognize things aren't working for us. When you do that and you keep reinforcing that good new behavior, your brain starts to work in a different way for you. And so that is really where a lot of our women are getting the mindset shift, and they are having these lasting results. Sharon, hello. First time catching you live. I love you and your teaching. Sharon, thank you so much. Love you back, my friend. Love having you on Facebook with us. And I'm glad you caught us live. I love having you guys live. I love having you on the rebroadcast too. And I'm so grateful that Facebook and YouTube allows us to save these. So you can go back 5 years and watch videos that I've done and see how many times I've changed my hair and changed my glasses and all those kind of things. So plenty of information for you guys to watch. Gorgeous Whales. Hello, first time here. Good topic on fasting. Love it. So happy to have you here as well. Jane, good morning. Is sleep aid with melatonin, maca, and L-theanine, and melatonin will break a fast? Well, yes, probably. I don't know. Some of these things have like flavors in them and other ingredients and all those kind of things. So what I always like to get women to get to the bottom of is, why do you need all those things to sleep when you should be able to just go to sleep at the end of the day because you had a great day and you're tired, right? And so why are you having to take a list of things to sleep? So see if you can figure that out first, and see if you can find some problematic things going on in your life that are keeping you from getting a good night's sleep. And then I would say I would slowly introduce some things to see which one is going to work best for you. L-theanine is an amazing tool to help with deep sleep. I know there have been some people who've chimed in on L-theanine and say it actually stimulates your brain and can keep some people awake. But I've tried L-theanine and I love it. It helps me sleep really deeply and really well. But I don't rely on sleep things every day because I'm just ready to go to sleep at the end of the night. So do a little research, and then maybe that won't be anything that you have to worry about because you've identified a problem and you don't have to take all those things. Delinda, see you August 6th. Girlfriend, I cannot wait. And what a great YouTube profile picture, girl. You look like you are just so much fun. Joe Christine Ward, do I need to eat low carb on IF as I'm vegan? And that can be difficult. You have to eat in a way that's going to help you get the results that you say that you want for yourself. So if vegan or low carb is, or whatever you identify as, is working for you and you eat food that you enjoy and you're getting the results that you want, then you've just hit the jackpot. If being vegan is causing fasting to be difficult for you because you feel like you're having to consume too many carbs to be vegan, then you have to ask yourself, what is it that you really want? That's the only question that we really need to be very clear on answering and very honest with answering. What is it that I say that I really want? You have to define that. And then you have to kind of reverse engineer that. Here are the things that I am doing. Are the things that I'm doing going to actually get me to the thing that I say that I want? And if you can clearly map that out, girlfriend, then you don't have to worry about anything else. Sharon, example of one ingredient food. One ingredient food would be a potato, some green, dark leafy greens, maybe some spinach. One ingredient foods that you put together and you create a meal for yourself. So nothing processed, I guess is the best way to say that. And you can put as many one ingredient foods together as you want to create whatever feast you want to create. Karen, feast on one ingredient food, only chicken during the feasting window. Please clarify. One ingredient foods that you assemble to make a meal, as opposed to a lean cuisine dinner that has an ingredients this long, right? But there's not one ingredient that you can really like identify with or consume that meal without all the ingredients. So a one ingredient food is a food that you pick with other one ingredient foods and you assemble it together and you make a meal. So a salad is full of one ingredient foods, dark leafy greens, maybe you have some avocado, you have some pumpkin seeds, maybe you put some flax seeds on there, like one ingredients, and then you put it together. Hopefully that helps. I like to know more about weight loss. Thanks. Weight loss happens when your body is in a state of hormonal balance. When you get your body in a state of hormonal balance, most likely you're going to lose weight. Terry, hello. Good to have you with us, my friend. Tasha, new to this, do you mean just eat, for example, kale for the feast? Please, examples, please. Okay, so if you're inside my Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, you get a feasting guide, and the feasting guide is composed of all one ingredient foods that I assemble together and make a meal for my family, or maybe minimal ingredient foods. So don't get freaked out by the one ingredient. Like, no one wants to just eat a bag of kale. That's not a way to live, and that's definitely not a lifestyle. But if you bake some kale with some avocado oil, which is a one ingredient food, and you maybe sprinkle some seasoning on it like sea salt and maybe some pepper, and you put it in the oven and you bake it, that is a one ingredient meal made up of 3 different ingredients. So you got to pull some like common sense into that. We don't want to only eat one ingredient foods in a sitting. You're going to not get the nutrients that you need. So one ingredient foods is not processed. Donna Joe, hi, I'm in July class, needing easy, same food ideas. Thank you for all your inspiration. If you're in the July class, make sure you've downloaded the Intermittent Feasting Guide. Those are the meals that I use to feed my family on rinse and repeat. And then when we don't want to rinse and repeat those meals, what we generally do is go out to eat. And then we're just, I just know what kind of foods serve me well. So food is super easy. You have to be creative. You got to get yourself out of the box. Don't rely on other people's recipes. Take food that you have available to you and start mixing and matching it, and you can assemble your own endless supply of easy meals for sure. Susan is saying hello to Terry. Debbie, I think Diane means food like fruit and vegetables, meats and eggs. Thank you very much, Debbie. LB, hi there. Just started the 20-hour fast schedule this week and have been noticing me getting really tired after my dinner. Is there a correlation? It could be. And I teach all of that inside of the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course. Also, can I add wine with dinner without causing a setback? P.S. I've been a faster for some time now, doing all different types, including 3 and 5 day fast. I don't know. I don't know what a setback means to you. And so you would have to figure out what I kind of just explained. With asking yourself a series of questions. This is what I say that I want for myself, and then reverse engineer the things that you're doing and see if they meet up at a cross point, right? If having dinner wine every night or wine occasionally or whatever it is you have wine with is the only thing that you're putting in your lifestyle that you feel questionable about and you're not reaching your goals, then I would say 100% that's probably the thing that's keeping you from getting what you say you want. Erica, wanted to add to my above comment that my remaining health issues have been very hard to resolve. Now that I'm able to have an empty gut, I have so much hope that I will finally fully heal. Yeah, for sure, Erica. And what I really want to encourage you to do is the tips that I shared on the mindset aspect of today's call. Really create a lifestyle that you enjoy so that even when you feel healed, you're going to stick to it. So you stay that way, right? And so don't rush it. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Pay attention to the signs and signals your body is sending you. Be grateful and gracious that your body is doing the healing for you. And girl, I tell you, it's a life of bliss and you will absolutely love it. Kristen, July 22 class, Diane. I love your focus on thinking for oneself and not always asking someone else to answer questions. We empower ourselves to figure it out 100%. Because I think there's 3 questions I get all the time. Does this break my fast? How do I sign up for class? And what do I eat? I don't know what to eat. And I can't tell anyone what to eat because my friend on here who's vegan, I wouldn't even know where to start with her because I'm not a vegan. So I can't give her any advice on what to eat. I can only ask her if the food that she's choosing, if it's actually working for her, right? Or if a friend of ours on here is carnivore and I'm like, I eat a salad almost every night. Like I can't help that person because she wants to be a carnivore and she probably won't enjoy having a salad every night. And so for me to push my food beliefs onto you, Kristen, is not going to serve you. You have to figure out your own food beliefs, and then you have to meld that in with who are the people that you spend the most time with and how do they act and live around food, because you want to blend in while also having some sense of taking care of yourself first. How do you socialize, right? What are kind of the customs and traditions you have with your family? Do you have external or extended family that you hang out with? Do you have kids that come home? How are you going to manage yourself with that? And so you really have to do that due diligence for you and then just make boundaries and things that you're not going to make exceptions to. And the not exception thing for me is soy, right? So if my family wants to go eat at Wingstop, they are more than happy to go eat at Wingstop, and I give them all my blessings, enjoy the heck out of it, and I'm not going to touch it because that soy will make me sick for days, right? And so that's my exception. I will not cross that because I can't afford to be sick for days. So that is the part that you really do need to figure out for you so you don't feel like you're always getting those kicks in the butts from food that we don't anticipate, right? LB, also love your energy, and thank you for helping us all. Virtual hug back, my friend. 100%. Deborah, 1,000 calories a day, fasting 20 hours and still no weight loss yet. Been 9 days. Is that normal? I don't know. There's no normal. And I don't know anybody else who's doing exactly those things. I would highly recommend not counting calories. because there's no need to count calories. Again, I teach that inside the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course. And then you have to ask yourself, are you clean fasting, or are any of the foods that you're incorporating in your feasts, could they be holding you back from a weight loss? Is your body balanced out yet? So calories and fasting hours do not equal weight loss. What we equals weight loss is your body healing to the point that now it has energy and resources to tap into that part of the storage going on in your body so it can release the weight. We have to reframe our thinking about weight loss for sure. Shelly, I'm excited to have finally caught you live. I discovered you 2 weeks ago and started right away on fasting for 20 hours. I have 2 sons getting married within the next 4.5 weeks and want to feel my best, but was so stuck on trying different diets. Now that I'm practicing what you're teaching, I feel like I'm finally on a good track. Someday I'd love to join in on one of your classes, but right now money is way too tight. I will continue to learn whatever I can with your Facebook Lives. Yeah, for sure. You're having 2 kids get married. I'm sure money is very tight, girlfriend. And enjoy the heck out of those weddings, right? And make sure, this is what I always tell my friends who are going to weddings for their family. Be present for the people you love at the wedding, and don't miss a memory-making moment because food is scary to you. Enjoy the dinner, have the cake, do all the things, and then go back to the lifestyle that you're living now that set you up to feel good at the wedding. You have got to be present for those kids of yours that are getting married and their future families, and you don't want to miss a moment. Give them 110% of you and your love and your attention. And then as soon as the wedding is over, girlfriend, you go right back to your life. And that's the best way to kind of prep for those kind of things. Maria, hello, Di. I would like to enroll in the August class. Can you kindly let me know how and when are the classes? The classes are every day. They get released at 1 a.m. Central Standard Time in the account that you register for. So everything's online, everything's recorded, nothing is live. You do it at your convenience. I have a community group, so I support you throughout the process in the community group. You just tag me, and then I go in and answer any questions or comments that you have. So I'm with you the entire time. And then, like I said, it's 3 weeks worth of lessons, 1 week on your own. So I don't just throw you back into the cold world. I support you for an extra week after class lessons are done, just to make sure that you're fully confident with going out on your own. So super fun. This is Genius Coaching. Thank you so much. Oh, my girl, 1960 Genius. Thank you. That's a compliment for sure. Nikia, I think it is. July 22 class. I love listening to you. Fasting is definitely mental. You must think about your goals before you put food in your mouth. Yes, 100%. Ask yourself, how is this going to serve me? Right? As soon as the food event is done, because a lot of times we do that. We're, just a society that's accustomed to those immediate gratification things, and we don't think about the after effects. And so we eat in the moment, and then we spend the after hours of the moment in misery. And how many times are we going to let that happen in an unconscious state? So that's where the pause and the breath and the asking questions will definitely serve you. Sherry, you were so talking to me today. Girl, I know. This conversation is for you. I completely needed this talk. Thank you for the real talk and inspiration. I'm in the July 22 class and have had the struggle week. Yeah, we all have struggle weeks, right? This is another thing and another area what I really like to emphasize a lot with our community is you have to learn to put you first. You have to learn to put you first. Selfish so that you can be selfless. We are a society, especially of women, who does the opposite. We're selfless first, right? And then we have nothing left to be selfish with. We're exhausted. And so really practice putting yourself first in every situation, and you get to define how you do that so that you have the energy and the resources and the healthy mindset to tackle what you have to be selfless about. And that is a real shift that took me a long time to make, and it's the only way I live my life now. Tina, stay in the doesn't feel good, life-changing advice for me. November 2021 grad and midlife mindset shift course member, really leaning into that this week. Yeah, for sure, my friend. And we'll talk about some stuff tonight if you want to. Thank you for sharing and encouraging us. I have lost 11 pounds since May 19th. May 19th, 11 pounds. Like, you guys, this is a community of women who find it really difficult to lose weight. So any pound you lose by practicing this lifestyle, I really want you guys to embrace that as a huge win, because it takes a lot of healing for your body to get to the point of losing weight. So congratulations for sure. Sophia, hello, girlfriend. In your July 22 class, your course is life-changing. If you're on the fence for August, do it. It will change your life. Thank you so much for saying that. I always love seeing your face. It's so nice when I see all of you who come back time and time again, and you have your pictures in your profiles. I love connecting your face to your name and who you are on your journey. So Sophia, I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience in class. Cassandra said nutrition. Kelsey, July 22 class. The pause is so helpful in giving myself the chance to decide where my food choices are coming from. Need, want, crave, or soothe. That is a lesson we talk about in class. Never thought I'd be fine fasting for 20 hours. I know we always make these decisions about things that are so good for us before we actually have the experience of them, right? So thank you for trusting me with you. I never take that lightly, and I'm so proud of you for doing the thought work on this. It will always, always serve you. Mary, hello, class of 22, July, going on vacation in a couple weeks. This is going to be my chance to practice my new lifestyle in a new environment. Here's what I say about vacation. Take your lifestyle on vacation with you. If you have to take a vacation from your lifestyle, you're probably not living your lifestyle very authentically. You also have to give yourself permission to loosen the reins just a little bit, because a new environment is going to have new choices. And then you get to decide where those new choices get to fall for you. But be willing to take the lifestyle with you. You'll have a blast for sure. Sophia, I love when you guys are connecting with your classmates. So she's saying hello to all her classmates. We love that. Pixie Dust, July 22 class. Thank you. Already lost the excess weight with IF. Still trying to regain my previous mental energy and motivation. That comes, and that's that constant work in creating some, habit triggers and habit lifestyle things for sure. We're going to, if you're up for it, July, you're going to be invited to our August and through December midlife mindset shift course. And we do a lot of that practice in there as well. It takes a lot of work to think, right, about choices. That's why so many people walk around unconsciously making decisions. Our brain gets exhausted too, but you're worth it. So keep it up and just take breaks when you need it. Deborah, great class. Thank you so much. Bob Socat, I came upon your channel today. I'm interested in knowing why 20 hours is what you recommend for weight loss. Can you explain more? It just has proven for the women here for 5 years, and myself included, that it is the sweet spot that a lot of us really thrive in for balancing out our hormones, reversing sugar-related and age-related diseases. And it's the easiest approach if food and dieting and all of those kind of things have been problems for you before. We just eliminate the problem for 20 hours and we learn how to thrive without it. Nisi, learning to pause. I've told myself a million times, hunger is where the magic happens, because that is where the magic happens, right? When you're confident and comfortable in a state of hungry and you do it very specifically and with purpose, magic is going to happen, because you're going to just force your body to do what it's been designed to do and give it the opportunity. So I'm super happy for you. Michelle, I started 20 hours of fasting 9 days ago. My extreme hot flashes I was having every 15 to 30 minutes, night and day, stopped after 48 hours of fasting. However, I have not lost weight. Wondering if I need to crank up my workout. Okay, let me read that back to you, Michelle. I started 20 hours of fasting 9 days ago. 9 days. Your extreme hot flashes you were having every 15 to 30 minutes, night and day, stopped after 2 days. So that means 7 days after you started. However, I have not lost weight. Of course you haven't lost weight. Your body's still balancing out your hormones, your hunger hormones. It's busy healing you from the inside. It takes a lot of work for your body to have hot flashes every 15 to 30 minutes, night and day. So give your body some grace. Give it the space that it needs to continue healing. Don't doubt the 20-hour fast if within 9 days you've achieved that already. Be patient with the weight loss. It's going to come, because the only other option you have is to stop fasting and wait for those hot flashes to come back. And I bet you they're going to come back faster than 9 days. So trust the process, my friend. It will happen. Just stay very conscious. Yes, Leah, one ingredient food, that's one to work on. Yeah. Combine one ingredient foods together to make a multi-ingredient, nutrient-dense feast. Adrian, July 22 member, having trouble drinking 100 ounces of water. Any tips? Yes, I do my ounces in 25. I start my day with 25 ounces. I do not allow my body to have anything else go in it. Like, so no coffee, no tea, no nothing until my 25 ounces is done. And then I have triggers that I have set up in my life to remind me to drink my water. So as soon as I am done with this call, I will be drinking this water, and that's another 25 ounces in. So you have to create triggers to remind yourself to get your water in. Janine, another great call, Diane. Mindset is key to success and living our most authentic life. 100%. Jane, what time is your personal 4-hour window of eating? I generally break my fast in the summer between around 2, and I eat for 4 hours, so 6, unless we have something going on. The summertime, I'm a lot more flexible because we don't have a rigid schedule. As soon as my daughter gets back in school, we have a very rigid schedule, and then my fasting becomes more rigid because it's just easier, and I'm very, very by the clock. So I allow myself to ebb and flow. I've been doing this for almost 7 years. Jamie, this is Jamie. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you Jamie. This is what I came here to learn. I will have to hear it over and over, but that's okay. That means you just come back. Just keep coming back. Play the videos as many times as you need to as a reminder, and take notes, and then put sticky notes all over your house, as those little things are going to bring you back into a conscious state. Karen, July 22 class member and diet dropout. I'm a teacher and doing so well this summer. This lesson today is for when I go back to work and maybe I get off track, but I'm planning to be successful. Yeah, just decide that you're going to take your lifestyle back to work. You might have to tweak your fasting and feasting windows to accommodate your school schedule, but imagine being in class all day as a teacher and having the energized sense of calm and not needing to take breaks for food fixes. Like, your kids are going to enjoy the new you. They're going to see the new life and energy in you, and it's going to be absolutely amazing for everyone, right? And so take your lifestyle with you, and don't be afraid to adjust the times if you need to accommodate your teacher schedule. Isabella, good afternoon. This is my first time to hear. I have been watching your YouTube videos, but caught you live today. Yes, love my live people. Helen, June 22 grad, almost 6 weeks in and loving this lifestyle. Still finding that I am cold during the fast. Is that draining the tanks? Yeah, there's all kinds of like theories on why we get cold when we fast. I always say I'll take being cold over hot flashes any day as a post-menopausal woman. So I just put a sweater on or a coat on or whatever. I don't know. I live in Texas. Like, I'm cold 12 months out of the year. I'm cold inside during the summer, and I'm cold outside during the winter. So I'm just cold. And I don't even like correlate it to fasting anymore, but just put a sweater on or something, or go sit outside. Jan Jatinder, I think it is. Love listening to your video. You really help keep me motivated. Been doing 20-hour fast since April. Lost 14 pounds. Have hit a plateau. Still sticking to all the rules. How can I kickstart weight loss? I don't know. Like I don't like deal in terms of plateau. Your body's just taking a rest. Maybe something else is going on that your body has to work on. If you feel like maybe switching some things up, fast longer, fast shorter, feast more, feast less. I don't know. You've got to figure that out for you. But a plateau is something that I just call your body taking a break to work on something else other than weight loss. Farah, I'm in Toronto. I'm a Toronto wellness practitioner. Been binge watching and practicing 20-hour fast last 2 weeks. You helped me flip my switch with how easy this can be. Love your service to our sisterhood. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's always an honor when I have wellness practitioners hanging out here. And it's just proof that like our mind does crazy things to us, no matter how much experience we have in other things. And if we can really convince our mind to trust that we're going to make informed decisions for us, that we can reap all the benefits. So I hope you will encourage maybe some of the patients that you work or some of your clients that you work with to give this a go also. It is super fun. Kelly, if anyone is contemplating scheduling a personal call with Diane, do it. I learned so much, and Diane so inspired me. I want to schedule another one. Schedule another one, girlfriend. There's a link right inside the classroom. So all the students who have taken class, who are in class, always get a discounted consult call price. So book as many as you want, my friend. I would absolutely love to spend more time with you and help you any way I can. Candace, I have horrible anxiety that keeps me awake at night. Are you the one that was taking all the sleeping things? Then you know why you're taking them. So don't worry about if they break your fast or not. I would worry about you getting good sleep, because not getting good sleep is also contributing probably to anxiety. So do what you got to do to get your good sleep. I would try to maybe identify one of those things, if that was you who said that works best for you. So you have to take them all out and then start slowly back adding one in. L-theanine, I know 100% is really, really good for anxiety and really kind of settling you down into a deep sleep. Maybe take it a few hours before you're ready to go to bed and see if it starts to settle in for you for sure. July, class member here. My rings are no longer snug and are spinning around my fingers. Michelle, that's a win. That's a non-scale victory for sure. So happy for you. Sherry, does brushing my teeth break my fast? If brushing your teeth involves products that are flavored and full of ingredients lists like this, it is 100% possible that is creating some sort of chemical or hormonal response in your body that could be causing you to have a slower healing process. I brush my teeth 3 times a day, 4 times a day, and most of the time I do it with just a toothbrush. So a toothbrush works beautifully. It's the stuff we put on top of the toothbrush that can be problematic for us. And I've done several videos and I've talked about this a lot here, that since I stopped using so many dental products on my toothbrush, my dental health has dramatically improved. So know what you're putting on your toothbrush is the bigger question. When intermittent fasting and having coffee, can I add coconut oil to coffee and not break a fast, or only black? I always say, get your fasting down first. Coconut oil shouldn't break a fast, but you don't know how your body's going to respond to that. Anything that's a pure fat is usually safe, but you want to see if you can get your body through some good fasting on its own, get your hunger hormones settled out. And then I say start playing with some of those kind of tools for sure. So you'll just have to decide where you are in your journey. Pam, in July class, I've learned so much. I can't believe how good I feel doing 20-hour fast daily. I know. That's what everybody says. They can't believe it. Vonda, we'll be seeing you in August. Cannot wait. What are your thoughts on artificial sweeteners, sugar-free sodas? I think sugar-free sodas are right up there with a lot of the flavored coffee creamers. This comes from, I am a recovered Diet Coke addict, and I say that with all sincerity on all those words that I just used. I would be like, just put it right here. Like, Diet Coke started my day, Diet Coke ended my day, Diet Coke got me through the day. Diet Coke was the thing. I knew every place in town to go get it. It was the thing that was keeping me alive for a long time. But it was also the thing that was slowly killing me, right? And I was in denial about it. So diet sodas or sugar-free sodas, I think, are just poison in a can. And so I would say, if you're really on a healing journey, you have to be honest about that and just break that habit. There's no nutritional benefit to those at all. Artificial sweeteners are kind of the same way, and there's varying degrees of them. So find one if you feel like you need an artificial sweetener that you feel comfortable with. You have to weigh the pros and cons of them. And then I also recommend asking yourself why everything needs to be artificially sweetened, right? And sometimes it's a comfort that we can really do without once we break the habit. Adrian, July 22 course. Love having you here. Babsacat, you said weight loss happens when you get into hormonal balance. So then how do you get into hormonal balance? It's our hunger hormones that are out of balance. I teach you all that inside the class, my friend. Aileen, sorry I'm late to this live July 22 class. I'm loving it. Thank you, Diane. Girlfriend, no worries. It's on record. If you want to watch it, you can watch it later. Jeannie, I've been following you for a week. I appreciate your overall wellness approach. Been doing IF on my own and winging it. Is August still open? August is still open. It will be open till August 5th. So the link is in the comment section. You can scroll for it on YouTube. It's also in my description box on YouTube. It's also, there's a link on my YouTube channel on my picture which says the website link. It's for todaysasianwoman.com, or you can email me and I will get you information on how to join as well. So registration always stays open until the day before class starts. So that will be August 5th. Michelle, after fasting for 9 days, I do feel a little fatigued. Of course, your body's healing. It's doing a lot of work on its own, and you're not giving it that quick fix energy every time it sends you a signal that something doesn't feel good. You're denying that, right? And so it takes a little time for your body to adjust into it. Make sure you're getting lots of minerals and all those kind of things. Gloria, I use coarse salt to brush my teeth with this morning. It works great. It works and gets me a taste of salt. Yeah, there you go, right? Like, who says we have to use toothpaste? Toothpaste is like a processed food. We don't even think about it because 9 out of 10 dentists tell us we have to do it. Why? who's questioning those dentists, right? And so I've really, really cut back on all those things. There's also studies out now too about mouthwash and how bad it is for our mouth, and the natural like acidity and bacteria and all those things in our mouth. They're supposed to be there to help us, and we're washing it away with all this artificial stuff. So glad that works for you. Eileen, Diane, good to see you live. Good to see you here with us, Eileen. Appreciate you. Jenny, July class member here. Just do it. Diane is so encouraging. I feel so much better, and I've lost 5 pounds. Jenny's lost 5 pounds, and we don't even work on losing weight. We work on changing our mindset and just thinking about food in a different way. Jenny, I'm so proud of you. And it's just the beginning for you. Right now, you know you can do it, and you know what to do to get it done. Tennille, does fasting heal diabetes? I am not a doctor, so I can't profess that fasting heals anything. I can tell you that I was pre-diabetic before I started fasting, and I started fasting and I'm no longer diabetic. We have someone inside of our course this month in July who just went to her doctor and had her blood pressure medication reduced, and her doctor asked her what she was doing and told her to keep doing it because it's working and she'll probably be able to get off her blood pressure medication. So you're the only one who can kind of say if something's healing you or not. I would say give it a go, especially if you weren't fasting and you ended up diabetic. Then doing the opposite of what you did to get into that situation should prove better for you, is what I would like to say. I'd love to have you in class, Tennille. And how does a diabetic fast safely? Jump into class with us. I'll teach you everything I know. Jen, July 22 class, saving so much money, not buying impulse food at stores and fast food probably paid for the class in savings. That's an email that I send out to my email list during registration week that I say, this class will save you money. Like, it will save you money because it's going to make you rethink a lot of the things that we desperately purchase in an unconscious state. This class will save you money. So for a lot of those people too, who are like, but eating healthy is so expensive. Yeah, but eating less isn't, right? It's so inexpensive. You eat less of better food. Your body's going to be healthier. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be able to thrive on your own accord. You're going to be able to sleep at night, wake up during the day, like all those kind of things just happen naturally because your body's designed to do those things for you, and you will save money. Thank you, Jen. I'm glad you made that connection because it's a magical thing for sure. Now you can go buy yourself some new clothes or something. Adrian, member of the July 22 course, loving it. Thanks so much. Finally got on a live call. Girlfriend, it's so good to have you on a call with us. I love when you guys can jump on a live call from class. Ursula, thank you again and again. I'm doing 20-hour fasting and doing very well, but today I was struggling, but all I could hear was you saying, no matter what, it got me through the fast today. Bristol, UK, no matter what, everything is going to be okay. Just stay on track. And it sounds like you didn't use food for non-food problems, and you're winning, my friend. So make sure, if you're journaling your journey or you have a place where you make notes, make sure that you document that process today so you can go back and refer to it when you need to, for sure. And just keep me in your head all the time. I love being in your guys' head. Pat, first time seeing you live. Welcome, girlfriend. Tracy, July 22 class member, learning new every day. Love it. Gloria, love all the additional information to combine with what works for me, doing 20-hour fast for the first month with you, then down to 20 for most my days. I feel better fasting, so I'll probably always do 16 to 20 hours depending on life. Being present has to be a positive mindset. Yeah, this is where the ebb and flow comes in, Gloria, for sure, as a post class member, as a graduate, is you get to decide answering those two questions. How long am I going to fast today? How well am I going to feast today, so that I can, right? And sometimes living your best day is going out to lunch with your friend and only fasting 16 hours, right? Just make very informed food choices when you're out, and ask all the questions I teach you about in class, and you will be fine, 100%. Yes, Leah, Diane, on one of your previous videos, you said you take a lysine for shingles. Do you take it daily or only when you get a flare up? Thank you for all your valuable information. I really got off this summer the habit of taking my vitamins. And so I actually told my husband yesterday, I'm going to sit down today and kind of get myself organized. I take L-lysine when I do kind of feel that like shingles feeling setting in. And if you've ever had shingles, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I kind of ebb and flow my way out of it. So sometimes I take it, I go in a thing where I'm organized and disciplined about having my vitamins set out, and I'll take it every day. Other times I'll just take it when I kind of feel that like sensitivity in my skin, and I'll take it for like 4 or 5 days. And then as soon as it goes away, I kind of stop. So you get to decide what you want to do. It's not going to hurt you if you take it. Jeannie, when doing a water fast, do you take your multivitamins and collagen or pause everything? The only time I really have done water fast is when I have been prepping for a colonoscopy. And so I would probably do nothing if my intent for the water fast was to deep cellular healing, for sure. Okay, I'm going to read a few more and then we got to get out of here because it's almost been an hour. Delinda, some things I am noticing with doing IF, and I'm not in class yet, but wanted to jumpstart this. I'm noticing certain exact foods actually that are causing or triggering my IBS. Yes. So this is the beautiful thing about putting nothing in your gut. You have an opportunity for your gut to heal itself, be empty. Then when you put something in it, your gut is going to immediately tell you if that thing's not working for you. So this is where I say you got to pay attention to the signs and signals. So just document all the things and you'll get to the bottom of your IBS for sure. Tracy, girlfriend, good to see you. Happy to catch a live presentation, Di. We'll get you where you want to go to get you the most authentic life. I have done so well with her guidance. I'm in the midlife mindset shift course. Thank you so much for saying that. So she's been with us for a while. She's doing amazing things for herself also. So I was loving you can catch us live. Clemenel, I think, and July Clement. You have to tell me how to say your name when we're in our community group. Used to do 16-8, and what a difference it makes to do 20s. Thank you for an amazing class. Yeah, you're welcome, girlfriend, and I'm sorry I pronounced your name wrong. Gloria, I finally learned that I have to come first for myself, and it's not being selfish like I used to think. Yeah, so there's a difference between selfish and the intent of cutting others out, and then there's the selfish so that you include others in. So it all is just how you decide to define that word for you. When working out in a fasted state, what do you do for pre-workout, or do you take anything? I have done both, and I personally like taking a pre-workout. Jeannie, if you send me an email, I'll give you the information about what I take. Donna, I think it's also in the description box of YouTube. Donna, you are such an inspiration. July class, learning and loving a lot. I'm feeling good and energized, but I'm having issues with dry eyes. It seems it's getting worse. Try to get some dry eye drops and see if that helps. The Straight Road. Jean here from the current July class to say that it truly is a midlife mindset. Old paradigms are breaking and food fear is resolved. There truly is a path forward. Yes, my friend. And listen to all that she has done in July. It's only July 14th. We started on July 2nd. So 12 days. And all those things in her own mindset have changed. So that's how I lead class as well. Girlfriend, I'm proud of you. And it's just going to get better. Judy, 2029 graduate, best thing I ever did for myself. I have maintained my 60-pound weight loss and healthy body. Love IF and love your quote, hungry's where the magic happens. Truth. 2019 graduate. That means my girl got through the vid, lost 16 pounds and kept it off. So my girl right here is a perfect example of what we talked about today about when life happens. If you create a lifestyle that you love, then you can manage that even when life happens. So take her as an example. Jean again, I meant to say it is true midlife mindset shift. My days are completely different, inner quiet, thoughtful living, and moving forward with my purpose. Yes, that's how everyone should live, 100%. Diane, so happy I found you for the first time in my life. I'm no longer a slave to food. I have decided my goal is to feel good and sleep well. Yes, food freedom. Delinda, I've noticed that too already, and I'm not even in class. I don't have to think what's for breakfast and what's for lunch. I just eat healthy now. I love it. Sophia, June 22 grad here. So she's been with us for a little bit. Just want to say stay the course for those frustrated the scale isn't moving. I've lost 2 pant sizes with only 2 pounds down. The scale is just a number. How do you feel is so much more important. Yes. Don't rely on the scale to validate the amazing things that you're doing in your life. And just so you know, Sophia, I've been doing this for a very long time. About 10 pounds is a pant size. So use your clothing as your guide, because if your body feels better in your clothes, you're winning every day. We just know that as women. And then if you need a number to equate that to, I always say one size is about 10 pounds. So you can attach that to it without getting on a scale. Marie, just joining the live after day's work, out of isolation from COVID 3 days ago. I'm back on 20 hours of fasting, recovering really well and felt horrible yesterday, but feeling great today. So much energy. Yeah, let your body heal for sure. Deborah, can I ask the gal who had hot flashes every 15 minutes if she had anxiety issues with the hot flashes or just hot flashes? Well, hopefully she'll answer you. Olivia, I just want to say you rock. Thank you. Olivia, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Jane, the ginger and rosemary tea, good to drink while fasting. I don't suggest anything with flavors if you're really trying to heal your body. Marie, thank you. Thanks for being there. Diane, you are welcome, my friend. Joy, you are such a great resource. So wise. Okay, so let me see if we have any questions. I love you guys. I love all these compliments, but I got to get out of here. Let's see. The no calorie counting is hard. It's just a habit and it's bad information. So just treat that calorie counting as if it's a bad friend. It's a bad influence on you, and you're just not going to hang around with bad influence kind of people, and you're going to get rid of that. And you're going to just try trusting your body. Counting calories is going to get you into sticky water with yourself, and it's not anything that's going to validate the journey that you're on. And truly grateful for the wisdom. I'm in the July class and consuming it. Yes, yesterday during my feasting window, I ate 2 baked chicken thighs, 4 purple olives, and mixed vegetables. I paused and noted that I was very satiated. I then decided to open a bag of chips. I literally ate 2/3 of the bag. I looked at the ingredients and there were 16 items. The Lord showed me this morning that the ingredients were hormone disruptors instead to destroy my sense of fullness and satisfaction. Did you finish that? Okay, so you guys, I've told the story before about my husband said to me in a very loving way, you're 2 bags of avocado oil chips away from having your dream body or something like that. And I was like, how dare you tell me the truth, right? Like I was like in such denial because I found healthy potato chips. And so, yeah, listen to the pauses and just ask yourself questions. So I think the only thing that you missed there was asking yourself questions. How is this bag of chips going to serve what it is that I say that I want? And I promise you, you won't make that mistake again. So I take that as a win for you, my friend. Take that as a win because you learned something from that you're going to carry forward, and don't sit around today feeling miserable about it. Just get out of it and move on. The Straight Road. I'm so glad for you. I do recommend the class if you can. So many pieces of the puzzle are coming together for me. Awesome. Okay. No longer have afternoon crash. Don't need an afternoon cat nap. Jen is in the July class. Cindy, this is my first live. Just finished my first 20-hour fast. Loving how I'm feeling. Love it. Rhonda lost 14 pounds. I'm glad I didn't stop reading comments. Rhonda lost 14 pounds in the July 22 class. I'm sure she probably started fasting before, so I'm not going to give 12 days the full credit for the 14 pounds. I'm sure she's probably been watching us for a little while. But you guys, a woman in this season of life who's been struggling to lose weight lost 14 pounds. That should give every single person in this community hope. If she can do it, you can do it. Trust me. Girlfriend, I'm so happy for you. Are you sleeping? I'm late 50s. Will I have help with this? It should, but it's usually other things too. It will help balance things out, but there's other things too. Isabel, I resolved my cold issues by eating fatty protein, no lean protein. Whole fat is best for me. Thanks. Okay, there you go. Add some fat. Christy, still drinking black coffee, and I was hazelnut coffee creamer junkie and Diet Coke. I'm also in the July class and loving it. I was the hazelnut coffee creamer and Diet Coke addict too. Like I joked that I would pour a cup of coffee after I got my kids off to school when they were little. I would do half a cup of coffee, half a cup of hazelnut coffee mate creamer. I would put it in the microwave to rewarm it up because the coffee mate made the coffee too cold. It was a white coffee because it was so much creamer in it. And I would literally want to take a nap an hour later. Like, how does coffee make you want to sleep? It was a coffee creamer. And the Diet Coke now disgusts me, and it was once my lifeline. Sherry, been doing 24 for 10 days. Constipation is an issue. Anyone else have this issue? So appreciate your support and advice. You have to decide, is it constipation or less in, less out? So if you feel toxic and backed up, look at what it is you're doing in your feasting window. Doing nothing for your guts for 20 hours does not cause constipation. It's what you're putting in your body that's probably causing that. And is it constipation, or are you just not going the way you used to go? You have to ask that question. And there is a tea out there that I would trust. It's called Smooth Move. Go check it out in your grocery store in the tea section, and that might help you. Catherine, July grad and enjoying the class. My biggest aha was focusing on the current day by asking the 2 questions, forgetting yesterday, and I do not need a forever resolution just today. So much freedom, so much freedom. Okay, a couple more and then I'll get out of here. It's an hour and 8 minutes. I hate to do this to you guys. Forward thinker. How can I get fresh breath in the morning without breaking my fast? Brush your teeth. Just brush your teeth with a toothbrush and some water. As your body starts to detox and as you put less processed things in your body will not wake up with bad breath. Rhonda, this works. Lost 14 pounds, many non-scale victories also. Another July 2022 course member. We're on day 12. I'm sure she was probably listening to these videos and started before we started class. Whatever. She's in class. She's lost 14 pounds. Also many non-scale victories. So another proof right there. Janet is my girl. I love me some Janet. She took class with us in July 2017, way back in the day. She has lowered her A1C from a 6 to a 4.8 in 3 months, and she's living her best life. Janet, sending you big hugs, my friend. I miss you. I hope you're doing well with you and your family. Betsy, in July, class teacher as well. So excited when I get back to not have to think about eating at school. 100%. And when those other teachers are in the lunchroom having a lunch break, girl, just go take a walk. Began listening to your videos last week and began to implement clean fasting to IF and no longer fast times with great results. And no longer fast times with great results. Weight loss is 5 pounds and better health overall. There you go. I think meaning that you're keeping it within a shorter fasting time frame. And Dima, last comment for the day, my friend. Last but not least, you're on fire this week, Diane. I caught you on Monday, Tuesday, and today. You're such an inspiration. Such good spirit and funny too. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me in all the places. Okay, you guys have the tips. If you need to put this on repeat for yourself, that is totally fine. I'm going to give you permission to listen to the beginning of this as many times as you want. Or if you need proof that there are other women who are doing this, go and listen to me reading the comment section on these videos that I do. The proof is there. And if there are women who can do this, that means you can do this too. You have to believe that for yourself. Class starts August 6th. The class registration is in the comment section. The class registration is all over the internet. Just search for Today's Aging Woman. Search intermittent fasting for Today's Aging Woman. I promise you links will come up. Join the class because by the time we are in the middle of August, you will be coming up in the comments section saying, "Hi, Diane, August 22 class member. I have already," and you're going to blow your own mind with how you're going to finish that sentence. But you have to join class to be able to have that connection to the missing pieces that you don't already have and be part of a support group. It is the best experience you can have. We have proven here that you'll save money, you'll save time, the other areas of your life will get better, your clothes will fit better, you'll have better energy, you'll get rid of hot flashes, like you name it, the women are making it happen. So just jump in with us. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I will see you guys tomorrow on Instagram. If you are a Lumen user or you're interested in maybe some metabolic flexibility specific things, make sure you're following me on Instagram. There is a place on my YouTube. You can click on the button for Instagram, follow me over there. I'll be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. I post in my stories this afternoon a question box. If you have specific questions about the Lumen or metabolic flexibility, you can put them in the sticker box. I will answer them on tomorrow, and I post that to my Instagram as well. I'm here to make sure you guys have an amazing opportunity for the rest of your life, and you just got to make sure that you show up and you do the work, and I promise you we'll all be here to cheer you on. I have to read this because my girl it's 4 a.m. in Australia. Christy, good morning, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful cup of black coffee and an amazing glass of water. I'm so glad that you were here to catch us before we left. I would have hated to miss you. I hope you have an amazing day in Australia, and we'll catch you on the internet later. Have a good one, you guys. Talk to you later.